We are live. We are live. Welcome to On the Dotted Line. My name is Deshaun Lyons, one half of On the Dotted Line. And today we have another episode. We have another episode. The last episode, man, that was crazy because I talked about hip hop and I talked about all these different things happening. And then we had another big time rapper that got shot and killed. And I hate episodes that end up foreshadowing the obvious reality we have in hip hop. So that sucks. But RIP to Takeoff, very dope MC rapper, one of the Migos, probably one of the top five greatest rap groups ever. So condolences to him and his family. But now today's episode, we're going to talk about cancel culture. I can't say this, but it's okay for me to believe in that. Let's talk about it. So, everything that's been going on with Kyrie Irving. Kanye West when he talked about that black people are the real Jews. And then Kyrie posted a documentary recently about black people being being the real chosen ones, being the real Jews. And he had received a lot of backlash from the media. They they said that it was anti-Semitic. He just posts a film that was on Amazon. That's on Amazon. He just posted a film that's on Amazon, and the more and more information, because this is the information era. People is constantly growing, constantly trying to understand what we come from, especially people of color, melanated people. We from all different cultures that probably our grandmothers or our mothers probably don't really understand themselves because they wasn't taught. So we have to seek our information. A lot of other ethnic groups, they know where they came from. They have an idea where they came from. But when it comes to melanated people, we have to figure it out. Cause remember, in the 1900s or a little before 1900s, when black people was in slavery, was in bondage, we didn't have the opportunity to understand where we came from because we couldn't even read. They wouldn't even allow us to even read. And that term saying that if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book. That term that term is very powerful because once once the melanated man and woman started to read and the knowledge started to seek within, that's when they started to understand where we from, where we came from, and they understand that this is not our reality. Our reality is not over here being slave and serving somebody else, and we not having the same opportunity to live our own life. So that's how things started to change. You had Black Wall Street, you had very educated engineers, entrepreneurs in Black Wall Street building businesses better than the businesses that was previously there. So it's a level of systemic racism when it comes to the intellect of a black man and black woman. There's a level of systemic racism that they don't want. They don't. It's like they don't want us to really find out who we are. And because Kyrie just to post something like that, and for them saying that it's anti-Semitic, that's crazy. He just posts a documentary. They should have told Jeff Bezos to ban all of it. To ban all of it. So is he being targeted because he didn't want to take the jab, or it's all these different layers? Because you know Kendrick Lamar, his whole album was basically explaining how he was a Hebrew Israelite. The album is called Damn. And Kyrie's continue on growing, trying to figure who he is. And he just posts something, and for him to get this backlash, for people in the media to call him an idiot and stupid. And I understand for their point of view, especially the melanated people that's in media, they like, why are you talking about this? You're gonna lose your job, you're gonna lose everything, you know, it's not worth it. But you gotta look yourself in the mirror. Because if you know the truth and you constantly say, let me just close my eyes so I can, so I can get this money, is it worth it? Because that's just like being a slave. That's like just being how it was back in the day. That's the thing. So so people's trying to cancel Kyrie. And this is why I don't understand about cancel culture. If you don't understand something, why not have a discussion about it to see their point of view? Why not have some type of interview and a platform to be like, okay, let me see what Kyrie means about that. But they constantly want to cancel people because because their belief is not in line with their beliefs. And this is the reason, this is the humongous issue that's going on in our country about canceling someone that had different beliefs than the static quo, the norm. Anything that's outside the matrix that you don't believe in, you get canceled. So he had to end up apologize. He ended up apologizing. I understand why he did it because it's just too much. It's just too much. He got suspended for it. I don't understand how you get suspended for not saying sorry. I don't know if he can do any legal terms. I mean, legal sue or anything, but he didn't say sorry quick enough, so they suspended him. So we know who's powerful in that particular industry. And also talking about cancel culture and talk about the things you can't say. It's not just melanated people being canceled. It was everybody across the board. Trump, he was deplatformed for every social media. Deplatformed for every social media. Um, because of what happened in Washington D.C. And what I could say for that, there's people they would say, well, President Trump, he was it was his fault because people was looking at him and they was influenced to do that. Well, he ain't tell them to do that. They was influenced to do that. That's why we live in a crazy time. Like, and I got some questions with that. How they was allowed to get so close to Washington D.C. anyway, which I'm like, I don't understand how they was too close for that. Too close to even get in there. But yeah, Trump was banned from it. Oh, Andrew Tate, man. And I'm not saying Trump ain't say things that he should be checked on. Absolutely. Absolutely. Trump did a lot of things that he should be checked on. He should be checked on. But if we want to stay consistent with our laws, and because he was getting canceled with the stuff he was saying, our First Amendment right, you can't really deplatform cancel somebody. Let's have a discussion. If the discussion goes wrong, we'll see what we can do after that. But we need to have a discussion. Can't just keep canceling people. They try to cancel Kevin Samuels. That's why when he died, everybody, all the women celebrated because they feel like let's cancel him he's because he's talking bad to women. He's talking bad to black women, which his platform was holding people accountable, women holding themselves accountable. And before his platform got big, he was talking to men. He was talking to all men. He was talking the same way to men that he was same way that he was talking to women that women was um pissed off about. He was talking to men as well like that. The first time I did me and Marquise, we did review videos of him him talking to this dude and trashing him because he's big on accountability and improvement and the results you want. If you want to be in a successful relationship, He's trying to he's trying to make sure you're accountable for who you like, how you carry yourself, how you look, so you can get the results you deserve. And they try to cancel him. And then when he died, they celebrated, which is which is the most evil thing because he wasn't doing anything that had malice to it. Did he joke about stuff? Yeah. So that helps the entertainment side, but his message was results. So men and women could have the results. Being married, having a kid, having a successful life is about results. But everybody look at the buzzwords. Everybody look at the things that's, oh, this is so you're so insensitive. It's just so it's a soft culture. It's a soft culture. Like accountability is kryptonite to a lot of people. They try to cancel him. Andrew Tate try to cancel him. But the thing about Andrew Tate live in Romania. He don't live in America, so you can't cancel him because he make his own money elsewhere. So you try to cancel him, and his influence is so big, and his conglomerate is so big. All his videos could be posted from other people's page. So it's like it's hard to cancel somebody like him. And you try to cancel him because he's trying to make young kids to be like men, like guys like Logan Paul, Jake Paul. Like, oh, it's just the only people that listen to his content are dorks that don't get, that's virgins and whatever. But y'all don't do anything to help young men be able to be men and grow. They don't do anything like that. That's one thing Andrew Tate said. He said for the people that's successful in this industry, in the social media realm, the people that's successful, can you look yourself in the mirror and saying that what you're doing is helping the world? And most of them can't say that. Most of them it's just flat out entertainment. They're not even doing anything to help the world. Andrew Tate was doing something once he started. I think he got canceled once he started to go on Twitch, and Twitch is with all the kids there. All the kids is on Twitch. All the kids is looking at these influencers, and they being entertained. ISO Speed, Aiden Ross, Kai, um, Phantom, and what's the other guy? Soluminati. Soluminati. He's more the conscious now. So he was going on Twitch. He was going on the platform where all the kids was there. And then once he started talking to the kids, and remember, once you get to the kids, you can really change the game because these young kids, especially the young boys, that's that's trying to grow to be a man. Once you start to affect the kids, that changes everything. And he was doing that. He was on Twitch with the young kids saying that this is how you need to carry yourself. There's no excuses. You need to work out. You need to make sure your mind is right. You know, don't don't settle for any type of woman or any type of girl. Level up. Once he started talking to the young boys like that, they was like, we can't have him. That is, and that's the thing. What type of society we are heading to right now that he can't even talk. He can't even talk to. They said he's misogyny, misogyny, misogyny. He's a misogynist. The misogynist is somebody that don't like women. He got multiple women, and the women that is around Tate, they love him. A misogynist is somebody that hate women. He don't hate women. He goes on these platforms and he's saying that accountability, like how Kevin Samuels was saying, accountability. You know, basically he's more of a traditional man, more of the man needs to protect and provide, and the woman she needs to protect the children. She needs to be a nurturer. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? It was one thing he said. He said if it's a war, I mean if a man is in the house and somebody is trying to break in, he needs to be the first one with the gun, trying to protect his family. His wife shouldn't even be there. and he was talking to I think QRC's one streamer, and he didn't really understand because he's young. That's the he's more the modern day the modern day male. So he didn't understand. He was like, well, if the woman could protect herself too, she should help too. No, so who's gonna help the kids? Who's gonna be holding the kids and protecting the kids? You both can't go down there. It's the man's duty to protect his house as a husband, a husband. The etymology rule on the etymology rule on the etymology word for husband is the house band. He needs to protect the house, protect the home. So it's like you cancel him because he's a traditional man and he's trying to teach young boys a traditional value. You try to cancel him. That's what I'm saying. Where are we heading? What type of society we headed to with these beliefs? And they trying to cancel people like that. They cancel people for saying simple the most simple stuff or questioning what's going on in the matrix. Every time you question or use critical thinking, oh, fact check, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. What happened to the freedom? What happened to freedom of speech? We can't even speak what's on our mind, or we can't question the matrix. You get canceled. There's the media outlet that's trying to protect that narrative. So now let's answer the question. I can't say this, but it's okay for me to believe in that. And one of the things with that particular message right there, and that's a question. If anybody, once you look at this YouTube, you just ask yourself because I was watching Fresh and Fit podcast, and my was it Myron? He was saying that he was telling a young lady why you don't like Andrew Tate. And then he said Andrew Tate is misogynist. And then he said what makes Andrew Tate a misogynist? And then he said, can you she was like, oh, it was one clip. I just didn't like what he said. And he said, okay, what clip was that? Can you tell me? And she didn't and she couldn't she said, I don't know what type of clip. He said, so you can't say you don't like somebody um because if you can't explain why you don't like them. Then she said, well, it was one clip. I think he said he don't like women and whatever. He said, "Do you think or you know?" And then one of the dudes said, "Okay, can you judge? Can somebody judge you after one clip about you that they can be able to mix and match and the context behind that?" And then they got her. She had no reason why she hated him. She's going by the clips that's posted on TikTok and Instagram, but she had no idea why she don't like him. No idea. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find that clip. Uh, Fresh and Fit. Let me see. Fresh, Fresh and Fit. Um, lady, uh, girl can't. Girl don't know why she. Oh, what the heck happened here? I think I pushed the wrong button. Fresh and Fit. Girl don't know why she don't like Andrew. Hey, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I saw it on TikTok, but I'm trying to see if I could find it. Um, Damn, I don't think I could find it. Crap. Let me see. Hold up, cause I have it. I have it on. Cause I sent it. I sent it to somebody. I wish. Probably you can hear. Probably you can hear the audio. Maybe you can hear the audio on my behalf. Let me see. Hold up. Maybe you can hear the audio. Let me see. Maybe you can hear the.
Well, not this so much for Andrew Tate. He just says a lot of things I just don't agree with.
Yeah. Such as?
I couldn't give you a specific example. I really don't. I don't watch much of his videos.
So how can you disagree with something you know nothing about? Ooh.
Not that I don't know anything about it, but I couldn't give you a specific.
But if you're going to say I disagree with him, but not be able to state a specific example, that's a little strange.
In general, his opinions are typically misogynistic.
Give me what's misogynistic. Give me an opinion. That's misogynistic. Just one.
I don't think I've ever. Maybe I've seen one Andrew Tate video.
Fantastic. So
one video.
Damn.
So imagine if I saw one video of you saying something random. I judge you off on that one video.
Okay, but
How do you feel?
That's the overall consensus. But I feel like a lot of people feel that way, and I know I shouldn't just think that because other people think that. But
would it be fair to say that what you feel and what's real are two different things?
Yes.
Okay, so how you feel clearly here is probably more than likely correct because you don't even know what you disagree with or what's misogynistic, so to say. If you're going to say something's misogynistic, you should be able to stand on that and refer why it's misogynistic.
Right.
So you don't have an opinion on what's misogynistic exactly?
I plead the fifth.
Fantastic.
Dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see, he's able to get her. She didn't even know why. She ain't like him. She ain't know why. And that goes back to that question. I can't say this, but it's okay for me to believe in that. So it's kind of like the media. The media makes you believe in a narrative, and it makes you believe in this. And if you search for anything outside of the realm what they want you to believe in, you'll be considered canceled. You'll be considered a conspiracy theorist. You'll be considered all these different names, and that's the issue. That's like the main issue. I'm trying to see if I can find that part where she talked about it, but I don't think I could find it. And I ain't gonna hold it. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold it. Forget it. It's okay. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna do a part two of this because I feel like it's a discussion that we need to talk about when it comes to that. But it's like they kind of form us. It's like socially socially engineering, and social engineering is basically being able to study a group of people and understanding who they are, what they pose, what they believe in, their likes and their dislikes, and then they create some type of algorithm, and then they start to post things based off of what they may like, and they could sway them to like something else, and then they start to condition people that way. So things that you may like but not necessarily good for you, they'll probably make you like that even more, and they kind of like confuse the masses with that. And it's also you look up a word called remote viewing. It's a very it's a weaponized kind of it's kind of like some type of psychosis weaponized that they use in the military to be able to predict what move that they make before they make it. Like that's what remote viewing is. Something that's why I said remote viewing is very pivotal. What's going on right now, and they're kind of molding us to have this mindset in this society. That's why cancel culture is pivotal because anything outside the norm you get canceled for, and then now people start to have these beliefs and they start to believe it as well, and also ignoring like history, like real history, ignoring that. So it's like the people that's in control of the world, they it's like they able to control the way people think. They control it and they say, okay, you need to think like this. Anything outside of that is bogus. And if you know somebody that think outside of what we think, then you need to cancel them. You need to cancel them because it's crazy. You can't post a film about a historic documentary, but you can post anything. You could post anything violent, gun violence. People take off picture him laying down dead, lifeless was all on there. But TMZ they can do it. They don't get canceled for that. And it's also our culture don't hold these outlets accountable, so they're able to do whatever they want. And that's why the Jewish culture, they hold everybody accountable. You say one little thing, you're done. You're done. So we'll end it here. Please subscribe to On the Dotted Line. I'm gonna get Marquise on here soon, so we both can stream. We got a lot to talk about. I'll give him a call today. Um, and yeah, follow us. Oh, Trade Digital, Trade was it Trade Digital 89, Trade Digital 89 on TikTok and Instagram. Please follow, and also please like and subscribe and share. And that's gonna be it. Name is Deshaun Lyons. One half on the dotted line. See you when I see you. Peace out.